Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, epic elite gamers, what's going on? My name is Wattles. My head looks a little large today. My job today is to teach you how to make a villager breeder in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. This villager breeder is actually pretty easy to make, and it will get you cats as well as baby villagers. This design is fully automatic. This breeder design is pretty similar to my Minecraft Java Edition villager breeder. And last but not least, this is for Bedrock Edition, Village and Pillage update and up. That means any update newer than really 1.10-ish. And big announcement time, gamers. The day is finally here. Almost. This Friday, August 23rd, Wattles merch officially will be going on sale. It'll be pretty much the freshest merch in the game. I've designed especially for you guys, and I'm super excited about it. If you're looking for some more teasers leading up to the big launch day, drop a follow on my Twitter and on our brand new Instagram, Shop Wattles. Everything is linked down in the description below. But if you like the video, drop a like, subscribe, and let's move to the materials. And get hyped for some merch. Oh yeah. So, what do you need to build this villager breeder? Well, the materials are inside of this chest. On the top of the chest you will find exact amounts, and the bottom you will find non-exact amounts. This build is going to be pretty much identical to my Java Edition 1.14.4 villager breeder. In fact, the only thing different about this build is the cat spawning functionality. Any trapdoor variant will work, any sign variant will work, you may only need 6, any slab variant will work. You'll need at least 2 composters because you want 2 farmers, and then you'll need 2 of the other workstation blocks. That means you could have 2 barrels, or you could have 1 barrel and a lectern, or 2 lecterns, doesn't really matter. 2 other workstation blocks. 8 beds, 4 villagers. Then you'll need some dirt, some other building blocks, some carrots, and some water. You'll also need a hoe. So go ahead and gather up these materials, then we're ready to move on to the build. So where do you want to build this breeder? Well, it really can be built anywhere in your world. You could build it under the ground, you could build it way up in the sky, or you could build it right on the ground. I think we'll build our breeder right here. Start with a center block. From that center block, go 4 blocks out in every direction with dirt. We're setting up where our crops will be planted. After going out 4 blocks in each direction, go ahead and fill the rest of this square in. When you're done, you should have a 9x9 square made out of dirt with a random block in the middle. Leave that placeholder block there for now. We'll come back and swap it out for water, but not quite yet. After building your 9x9 square, pick 2 opposite ends and add 2 rows of blocks onto this build. The blocks can be anything. They can be planks, they could be glass, they could be dirt. Keep in mind that you will want to block spawns on these things eventually, so you should probably place a torch or 2 on this as well. After creating a platform that now looks like this, go ahead and throw a wall on this thing. The wall should be at least 2 blocks high, made out of, again, any kind of building block, and it should go all the way around this build. Putting a ceiling on this build is entirely optional, but I definitely do recommend it. If a lightning bolt were to hit one of your villagers, that villager would turn into a witch, and there's no way of getting the villager back. So consider a ceiling, put it on now if you want, or don't. This wall can really be as tall as you'd like, so long as it is at least 2 blocks tall. Now you are going to need 8 beds. Place 4 beds on either end of this build. I recommend placing the beds like I am placing them here to prevent villagers from getting up on top of them, jumping off of them, and ruining your crops, but you totally don't have to do it like that. You could place all 8 next to each other on one end if you really wanted. Now, after placing your beds, you'll need your workstation blocks. Again, you want 2 composters and 2 other things. Your workstation should go 3 blocks out from the center and 2 down, so our final placement is right here. Copy that in each direction so you end up with 4 workstations. Now, on top of each workstation, place a solid block. The solid block is to prevent villagers from jumping up on the workstation and then jumping off and ruining the cropland. Now we need to create a way to get our baby villagers out of this area once they are born. That means we need a falling trench. We'll want 2 falling trenches on either end of this build here that are 5 blocks long. On these falling trenches, you will want to place open trapdoors. Villagers will see these trapdoors as a walkable block, even though they really aren't. They'll walk here and then fall down. So that's good, but now we need to stop the grown-up villagers from accidentally leaving this farm. How do we do that? Well, that's actually pretty easy. Place some slabs on the lower half of the second block above your trench. This will leave one block of space for the babies to walk into, but grown-up villagers are much taller than this and won't be able to fit into there. And so, after doing all of that, you should have something that looks kind of like this. Now, we need to talk about transporting our villagers away from here. That means we need to work underneath this farm. Start by placing a wall that goes 3 blocks down from the back of either one of your falling trenches. Then after that, turn your wall and head towards the middle with it. Don't go all the way to the middle though, leave the center open. Copy this U-shaped wall formation on both sides of your build, so you have 2 U's facing each other going towards the middle. Once you have that in, we'll need a floor below these walls. The floor, again, can be any block you'd like. Once you have something that looks like this in the middle, place a floor that should be 1 block wide, 1 block lower. And round things off by filling in one end of the walls that you created. You should have 1 opening now. After doing all of this, look up, place a slab underneath that center block, and then place signs going down the middle to prevent the water that we're about to put in from spilling into the center stream. Now it's water time. Water goes on either end of these far back sections, and then one source at the back, in the middle, down low, something like that. Now, this water stream needs to go very, very far away. How far? Well, 80 to 100 blocks, a long, long ways. Why do you have to do that? Well, because baby villagers will be born and then claim a bed. If all of the beds are claimed inside of this breeder, baby villagers will not continue to be born. To get baby villagers to unclaim these beds, they need to be very far away. So make a water stream that goes 80 blocks in one direction, or build your breeder up in the sky and drop them really far and then move them over a little less. It's totally up to you, but your baby villagers need to be moved 80 to 100 blocks away. If they are not moved the correct amount of blocks away, then eventually your automatic breeder is going to stop working completely. So make sure you get this right. Swinging back up on top of the build now and finishing things off. In the center, place a water source and then place a trapdoor right on top of it so it's waterlogged so villagers don't fall into the water, jump out, and ruin crops. After that, till all of your land and then plant carrots everywhere. After planting your carrots, last but not least, we need villagers inside of this thing. So go ahead and kidnap some villagers from a village nearby, cure some zombie villagers, or simply spawn them in. Either way, get at least 2 villagers inside of this build. Once each villager has 12 carrots in their inventory, they'll have the chance to breed with each other. And once they breed with each other, a baby villager will be born. If you decide to start off with 2 villagers inside of this thing, that's fine. Just close the trapdoors so the babies don't fall out of this thing, and then open them up once you have 4 adult villagers inside of your villager breeder. To speed things up in the beginning, you can also trade with each villager once to make them willing. And then finally, again, remember to place some torches in here to eliminate the chance of spawns. Put a ceiling on it if you want, move your baby villagers far, far away, and there you go. That is your entire villager breeder. So, if you saw my Java Edition one, you recognize it, you know it is the same thing, but unfortunately on Java Edition this thing doesn't seem to be spawning cats like it does over here on the Bedrock Edition. I mean, look at that, 2 cats in the stream right there. That's pretty amazing, and I totally wish that the Java one would spawn cats, but it just doesn't seem to for some reason. If you have any questions, go and slide down into the comments and ask those questions, and I'll try my best to get back to you. If you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and if you love what I do, then consider becoming a channel member or a patron today. My channel members and patrons help make sure I can keep doing what I'm doing. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Wattles. On the end slide will be my tutorial playlist. What tutorial should I do next? Go have a good day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.